Greetings, traveler.
All right, are we live on stream or?
Yeah, we're good, man. We can buy ourselves
Oh,
in.
jeez.
I mean, we can start the rogue.
Okay, okay. Um,
So, what have you been playing rogue? And if you have, like, what have you been trying up till now? So it's probably a bit easier for us if we know where you want to go first, right?
well, my main problem with Rogue seems to be that I tend to use my face too much, and then I just die by the time that I have board control.
I think it might not be using your face too much. I think it might be using your face and then making low tempo plays next to that. Because you can, like, I use my face all the time as rogue, but it just means that you need to be aggressive at the same side so that your opponent, if you're just clearing with your face and you're playing defensively and slow, then your opponent has a much easier time attacking you. If you're attacking the opponent at the same time while using your face, he's too worried about defending himself and he doesn't get time to attack you, right? So that's kind of where it comes down to for me when I'm playing rogue. It's about knowing how to win the game, and especially versus mage, it's about setting the pace of the game and being the one that's aggressive rather than the one that's being aggressed on. So we can do a number of different styles in rogue. There's a couple solid ones, right? So the first one I would say is the very reactive rogue, where you're gonna pick cards like Betrayal very highly. You're going to pick, like 2 Perdition's Blades. You're going to pick Sap, Foul Spine, Kidnapper, anything to just react to the opponent. And then enough value. Cards like Violet Worm, cards like Elven Minstrel, all those things. And the whole goal of that deck is just, I'm going to react to whatever my opponent does. And if he's a slow opponent, I'll have enough stuff to beat him, right? I'll have my Minstrels, I have Threshodon, I have Violet Worm. The other one is I'm going to be on the board and I'm going to kill you kind of rogue. That's the Cold Blood type rogue. So the curve on that rogue is better. It typically also has the card draw, but has way less big boys. So it depends a bit on what kind of a deck we're going to get offered based on, I think for coaching, it's probably better to do a reactive rogue, because it's like really difficult to do a really good aggressive rogue. But I'm going to follow the draft and we're going to see where we end up. But now you know kind of what I have in my mind when I'm seeing the cards pass by, what signals I'm paying attention to.
I did watch your co-op session with Adwakta. I believe that was a 12-win rogue run, right?
Yep. That was pre-nerf though, but yeah, that's.
Oh, okay. Because I was just gonna say I watched it. However, my rogue did not significantly improve after that. So
yeah, the times were better then for rogue. Times were definitely better. You got a lot more Valspine and Kidnapper and stuff. I think the deck had like 2 Valspines or so, right? So that's any rogue deck with 2 Valspines is gonna do well. That's pretty crazy.
Okay.
All right. So you just tell me which card you like, and then we'll go from there, right?
Well, since I tend to die a lot, I would like the Lone Champion, but from what you just shared, I think it's probably the Perdition's Blade.
It's pretty close, honestly, and that's the cool thing about the new drafting system. All of these cards would be fine.
Oh yeah,
I would say it's not Perditions, just because Perditions is really common in the draft right now because there's a weapon bonus still active. So that's just specific to offering rates. Should the offering rates be different, then you might pick Perditions here. I would say it's the Elven Minstrel this early on. The Lone Champion is strong and good, but having 2 Minstrels just opens up so many possibilities for Rogue. So I like the Elven Minstrel.
Sure. Well, here I like the Glacial Shard.
Any reason why you like it over the Blood Raider?
Yeah, because Golaka Crawler just ruins your day.
Yeah, the Blood Raider is so much better though. It's nice to thank you for the 100 bits, Cosmin. It's a bit weird. Golaka Crawler is kind of bad for you, but the Raider is so much better if they don't have it. So I'd still pick the Raider. But yeah, it's kind of just a bad way Blizzard implemented cards. Golaka Crawler, Dragon Slayer, MCT, all those cards. This is a curveball for sure. This is a big curveball. Because you're not going to get a great card out of this no matter what. It just depends on what style we want to do.
Well, by what you've said, then it's probably the Blade Flurry because it's the most reactive one, but I don't really like it because it depends so much on you having something in your hand.
Recently, I did a really nice rogue where, and this is, I don't think we'll build that for coaching because it's so incredibly specific and so difficult to draft and so difficult to pilot that you're not going to get that much out of it. But I had a triple cold blood, double sinister strike rogue, which is like full burn, full aggro. It went like 1 and 2, and then 10 and 3 in the end because it was so all or nothing. It's really fun to play, but it's so specific. So I would say it's not Sinister Strike. The Sinister Strike can be used for combos though, so it is possible that we still pick it. The other one is the Nightblade for the body to push with.
Yeah.
Or indeed the Blade Flurry in the end to have some form of AoE. I would say it's not the Blade Flurry. I think it's between the Sinister Strike and the Nightblade. And then you're either picking Nightblade for, a body to push with, or you're picking Sinister Strike just to activate your combos.
Just have a trigger, yeah.
Yeah, so had we, if we have a bit more in the deck right now, it'd be a lot easier to tell which one is correct.
Yeah, exactly. Depending on the amount of combo cards that you have.
Yeah.
I think that right now I would lean towards the Nightblade.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's going to be the most neutral card for us here.
Okay, Sap.
Yep, Sap is great.
Probably the Gloom Eater.
Yeah, Gloom Eater is actually a decent card, which is underbucketed right now, so we're okay with that. The Zealot would be fine in Rogue, but we'll take the Gloom Eater. There's a couple of cards that come up which are next to cards they shouldn't be, just because they're better. It's like Henge Clan Thug and Rogue is definitely underbucketed. It's like a card you always pick.
Oh boy. Probably the Dragonsmith.
Yeah, again a bit of a low roll, but we're gonna get Perdition's Blades or Shadow Blades, so Dragonsmith is fine.
Easy Harvest Golem, I would say.
Yep, pretty happy with the goal. Couple threes are nice. Couple threes that aren't weapons, because you're gonna dagger on 2 a lot. So.
Scientist.
Yeah. Calm down. I'm a doctor.
Well, I'm a huge fan of Bone Drake, but the times when you just get screwed by Nightmare Amalgam or Fairy Dragon kind of, can ruin your day. And Hallucination is also awesome card, very flexible, allows us to trigger Scientist or Minstrel. So I would go with the Hallucination here.
Once again, a wonderful coaching pack, right? It's because I want the Napper, and I'll tell you why. So the Bone Drake for me is almost always out. I think Bone Drake is rated a bit too high by the system right now. I don't like the card at all. As you mentioned, the chance for a low roll is super real right now. There's Dragon Slayers out there, and the tempo on the card is low, right? It's very low on the tempo because it's Lord of the Arena without Taunt. That's not a good tempo card at all. Now, it does make up for that with huge value sometimes. Sometimes, as you mentioned, it's just an Amalgam or a Fairy Dragon. So you're essentially investing a lot and you're not guaranteed to get anything out of it. So that's why I really don't like Bone Drake right now. If the meta were a lot slower, Bone Drake would become better. But the meta is a bit too fast right now to really rely on that. Then Hallucination is a great card, I agree. But we have already skipped a decent 3. And just because of the way how I see the deck evolving, I think the Napper is better because the amount of times where you're going to dagger on turn 2 and then really don't want to play a Perditions or a Shadowblade on 3, but just a real 3, like a Napper or a Harvest Golem, it's going to be pretty high. So we shouldn't be afraid of having too many 3s. Like it could be that the deck ends up with like 8 or 9 3-drops, which, 3 mana cards, not 3-drops, which could be something like 4 curve 3s then a Scientist, 2 Perditions, and a Shadowblade. Like, that can happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
that's why I like the Napper here. It's just consistent, it's good, it's solid for the early game. It gives you something to do after your hero power.
Okay. Fair enough. Oh, tough one. I like Kidnapper, but we don't have any triggers for it yet, and Venom Weapon is just good because it's 5 mana and 1 card for 2 of the opponent cards most of the time.
Yeah, so remember how you said you were dying a lot? Like, Envenom Weapon might have something to do with that. I think the meta is a bit too fast for Envenom Weapon. Just like the Bone Drake, the slower the meta is, the better Envenom Weapon becomes. But the amount of times that people are going to curve you early and Envenom Weapon is going to be useless, it's going to be awkward. I think it's a very easy Kidnapper for us. It's Kidnapper kind of opposed to like, you would much rather have an Envenom in a slow meta. You would much rather have a Kidnapper in fast meta. Just being able to go sap on a stick later is super valuable. It also kills steeded minions, right? The steed just drops off when you Kidnapper it. So
Yeah.
super useful for sure. And we can flesh out the combo activations, right? This is only pick 10. There's 20 more cards after that Kidnapper. So
Okay. Scientist.
yep, more Scientist. So now that we have 2 Scientists and a Kidnapper, you could say that we have the not early game, but the removal pretty much handled. We have Sap, 2 Scientists, and Kidnapper. So that opens up a lot of flexibility for us, because we're probably still going to pick Valspine, because that's just an insane card no matter what. But you're no longer forced into picking more Sap. You're no longer forced into, you know, like, next turn maybe you'll skip the Kidnapper. It's just like we kind of have that handled right now. So that just opens up a lot of flexibility for us to either pick more early defense or more value.
All right. Here I like the Zealot. Well,
This
I
is a
don't
tough
really
pack.
like it,
Yeah.
but I mean, Shadow Step is a little bit slow, even though we do have the Scientists and the Kidnapper and the Minstrel that we might want to bounce, but many times I think it might just be a dead card. And Tainted Zealot, well, it is a trigger.
Yeah, this one's tough. Regal, thank you for the 4 months, man. This was the thing. Welcome back, dude. The Zealot is a great target to land your Plague Scientist on. That's the reason why I'm considering it. Shadow Step, even though it's a bit slow, can also be used as a combo activator. You can just pull something back on turn 6 and then just Kidnap, right? It's definitely not Stormlight Knight for me. Rogue doesn't need a lot of force, so you can be very picky with your force. You can just go like a Banshee and a Yeti or so, and that's fine. Just because Rogue can make their own turn 4 by sapping or eviscerating or daggering in a 2 or whatever. So it's definitely not the Stormlight Knight for me. That's cool, man. This is a cool one. Just putting the Scientist on the Zealot is so nice. Like, first is a non-ping class, you just made a Basilisk that they can't get rid of after that. We do have the Eggnapper tokens right now to Plague Scientist. That's a good one. I think I like the Shadow Step, and it's pretty darn close.
Okay.
Yep. Just to initiate those combos with.
I think here it's Thrashedon for me.
Yep, I agree.
It's
But, yep.
The second would be Necrotic Geist, but we don't have enough token minions yet to justify that.
Geist and Rogue is weird. I wouldn't pick Geist and Rogue. It'd be Master of Disguise second for me. But I think the Thresh is a clear first here, so we're pretty happy with just the body to push with. This is exactly what I meant, by the way, right? Normally you'd pick the Sap here, but because you have Napper, Double Scientist, and a Sap, you don't have to. So which of the other 2 are you leaning towards right now?
It's difficult because I mean, SI7 is an awesome card, but we do already have some cards where we like the backstab for a combo activator.
I think that looking at the deck, picking the SI is a little greedy. I think it's the better card overall.
Oh yeah.
But as you mentioned, you're gonna have Kidnapper, you're gonna have Minstrel, you're gonna have 2 Scientists, and then here a premium combo activator presents itself and be like, nah, I want the other thing that requires combo as well. So I think you just make your deck a lot more clunky. So I agree. I think the backstab is better.
Would you make the same decision if you already had one backstab?
So which card would be backstab?
Shadow Step.
Shadow Step would be backstab. Yeah, I probably would pick a Sai over a second backstab this early. So.
Okay. All right, I don't think we want another Shadow Step. Leeching Poison is just bad. Rabasaurus by default.
Here we wish we didn't have the other Shadow Step, so we could pick Shadow Step here a bit easier. Yeah, we can pick the Runt. It's fine.
Another Golem.
So this is a great moment to pause, right? And have a look, okay, what is my deck? What is it? How does my deck win? We currently have Sap to Scientists and Kidnapper to aggressively push through any taunt. Our turn 3 plays are Harvest Golem, Napper, got a Raider. Value-wise, we have a Minstrel and a Thresh, and then we have the odd Nightblade. But that doesn't mean we're forced into an aggressive deck. Because this is definitely a bit of a fork where you can pick up the Coldblood. But I think just to make the deck flow nicely, it is the Harvest Golem. Because we talked about the importance of having those 3 drops that aren't weapons. So I think I'm with you here for the Harvest Golem. But it was just a good moment to see if the deck lend itself really nicely to be an aggressive deck, then you could start picking up Coldbloods.
Okay.
Harvest Golem is also a premium trigger for Plague Scientist, which is nice.
Yeah, you could also argue that you could technically use the Cold Blood as a combo activator, even though it's a combo card in itself.
That happens sometimes, but I think that's more something you do if you have like 2 Valspines on top and you're like, okay, I'm desperate. And it's good enough.
Yeah. Wasp?
Probably. It's a bit of an awkward card in Rogue because you're gonna play it and you're not gonna be able to push with it. Like right now, this deck requires bodies to push with. Banshee, Yeti, Nesting Rock, Spiteful Smith. Those kind of cards are really good for us right now. Because you need to constantly monitor your deck and say, okay, how am I winning, right? Because we can do things, but we're currently not winning yet. We need things to win with. I think Wasp is still fine for now, but we need to be careful that we don't build a deck without a win condition. So yeah, Wasp is fine for now. We would like some Perdition Blades. Maybe we'll pick this one. So we would like Perdition Blades. We would like mid-range bodies and maybe another big boy or so. But yeah, it's an interesting pick here.
Even though you just mentioned Partition's Blade, I would still pick Hallucination here. Because it's both a combo activator and it allows us some flexibility regarding maybe to pick a body from our opponent's class that we need for curve or for the later game.
Man, yeah, drafting Rogue is so difficult, man. It's really good. It's good that you picked it for our coaching session. So Hallucination is a good card, but I'm definitely a little lower on it than most people, just because it's still a bit of a loss of tempo. Even though you're combo activating, your 1 mana isn't really doing anything. Now, it does give you like the choice, right? And like, oh, I have a very slow matchup, I just pick the biggest thing here, or I'm being pressured, I just pick removal. Just looking at the deck, right? Because funny enough, I think it's the Minstrel or the Blade. I don't think the Hallucination is the pick. Because I'm just trying to like keep the win condition in mind, right? And Elva Minstrel does add win con where it'll make sure that you never run out of steam. And there's going to be moments where we can like Minstrel, look for the Scientist, land the Scientist, put the Scientist on our guy, win the game, because like there's a big taunt in the way. So I'd still pick the Minstrel. I'd be really greedy here because Minstrel is the greediest pick you can do. But I think the deck can support it right now. I'd pick the Minstrel.
Okay.
Full of confidence, I see. That's nice.
Probably Betrayal here.
Yeah, this is one last check at what the deck is going to be, and I think it is at the moment still vulnerable to aggressive decks. I think we are a control killer. Like this deck just kills control decks because we have 4 hard removals and we have 2 minstrels, so we're good there. I do like the Betrayal to defend ourselves versus the straight up curve rush decks.
Okay, I would rule out the Envenom Weapon here. But it's not an easy kidnapper for me because we already have so much removal.
It's absolutely not an easy kidnapper, no.
I mean, if it were Paladin, it would be easy, right?
Yeah, Rogue doesn't really have class taunts, which makes the defender a lot worse in Rogue than in Paladin or Shaman or even Warlock.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. If we didn't have the 2 Plague Scientists, I think it would be an easy kidnapper. I think right now I'd probably just pick the Curve Filler and pick the Stonehill, because I think we can get in a pretty awkward position if we don't just have some stuff to play. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is just more a pick that we make to make the deck flow a little nicer. Man, a lot of premium decks this draft. That's nice.
This is probably the worst Rogue deck that I've been offered in this meta so far.
It's not a... You'll be surprised what we can pull out with this. But yeah,
okay.
we have a lot of terrible cards. This is true. We have a lot of terrible cards.
Okay. I mean, we could go with the insane preparation sap combo, something like that.
Poggers.
Is it really Vanish here?
I haven't decided yet. It's so terrible.
I mean, I've been playing Quest Rogue a little bit on ladder, and I mean, Vanish has worked surprisingly well for getting, you know, those cards that you already played and want to play again back into your hand. Could see that with Scientist, but I mean, after you play Scientist,
the problem with Vanish is that it's so slow. Like every time you look at it, like in the draft, it always like, yeah, maybe it could do work, and then you have it in your hand, and you're like, yeah, that's 6 mana. Yeah, I can't really play much. Yeah, he's gonna replay stuff. Yeah, that sucks.
Well, no. Plus, my line of thinking was just, you know, you buff something with a Scientist, then you kill something with a Scientist, then you could use the Vanish to reclaim your Scientist, but it doesn't do anything against the opponent, right? Because you've just killed the target with the Scientist, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
So...
I'm looking at all of them. I think the Vanish is the least one on my radar right now, but it's possible that we pick it. So the Prep is just pure combo activation for us right now. It's there to combo a Minstrel, it's there to combo a Scientist, it's there to combo a Kidnapper. So it's just purely like a -1 card, right? Like throw a card away but get a combo. The other one's the Head Crack for like the weird drawn out games you get to keep pushing to, but
I think I would go with the Preparation because we still might get a spell that we...
It's unlikely though, because we're not going to pick Assassinate, we're not going to pick Spellstone, right? So it'd have to be Sprint.
Yeah, but the next hallucination we're getting offered, we are picking, and then we're going to get something that we can activate the Preparation with.
I think I'm ruling out the Head Crack. I think it's between the Prep and the Vanish. Just giving it one last check. But yeah, this pick is like, I think the Prep is fine. Like maybe we get a Valspine or something, right? And it becomes even better.
Shadowblade?
Quite likely. Just having a quick check on the 3s. We got a Napper, a Wasp, and 2 Golems, and like maybe a Defender. The Dragonsmith is there. Some medium damage. Amani's a great card as well, like a really, really good card. But I think the Shadowblade is correct here.
Grave Shambler.
Yep, another one of those cards that's just completely wrong for a rogue. It's really not a bad card. Oh my god, game, behave! What the fuck? What is going on?
It's gonna be another 3/3 rogue.
It's so many bad buckets, holy shit. This is a pretty easy razor pedal volley though. Also
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was just still busy fretting.
Just like processing, like this is happening. Okay, thank you, game.
Okay, I think this is a pretty easy Bone Baron, simply just because we need another solid body.
Very likely, very likely. Just quickly checking, because we don't have like shivs, we don't have perditions, so the fan definitely helps out in cleaning up those early pushes. So we got Betrayal to help, we got Backstab to help, there's a Sap for a tempo swing, there's a Shadowblade in the deck. Yeah, the deck would absolutely appreciate a fan, that's for sure, but as you mentioned, we do need a body to win the game with. So happy we have the Thresh, so happy we have the double Minstrel as well right now. That's looking good. The Stoneill's looking good.
I mean, I can see why you're so high on Elven Minstrel, but I'm just afraid that, you play Elven Minstrel, and then you're just gonna be pulling some more of these tech cards that, they offer you insane value, but they don't really win you the game.
Yeah, but there's this thing where, especially against, because it's mainly versus control decks, right? Like you can just beat them to death with Minstrels. Like if you have like 3 Minstrels, things like da 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 da, and they have to use cards on the Minstrel, and then you play your other tech shit. Isn't it deadly? No, it's never the deadly, even though the deadly would be fine. It's the thing is we also have the preparation, right, which makes me like eyeball the fan a bit more. I think it's still a fan, but it's a super close one. I'm just really hoping to hit. I'm really hoping to hit Violet Worm. I'm really hoping to hit Nesting Rock or Yeti, Banshee, those type of things. But I think the fan's a little bit too good here.
Not happy with that pick.
I'd say we got rewarded in this pack.
Okay, green jelly.
Yep, get some jelly. Jelly's pretty good for this deck. Like you can protect it so well.
Well, one thing's for sure, it's gonna be 3 mana card.
Yup. So we don't have to worry too hard or too much about the curve.
I think it's not the Tar Creeper, because we already have so much removal that I don't think we're gonna need a taunt to hide behind most of the time. It might just be the Tangle for Mystic, so we get more bodies.
It's close. It's very close. Shadowblade is nice, for sure. With you also have the Ebon Dragonsmith, so having a second weapon couldn't hurt.
True.
You also have Bloodsail Raider. So it's 4 3s right now, with 1/2 drop. Man, we're really on that edge. Like we're almost fine not picking a 3.
So you want
for looking at the blade. Yeah, like it felt like blade, but I'm definitely considering the Mystic. It's a difficult pick, man. It's a really difficult pick because we're so close to the end here as well.
I mean, you could argue that because the pick also gives your opponent a 2, Our deck, we don't have that many cards that are great at removing 2-drops. I mean, our our deck is more geared towards removing the big stuff, right?
Yeah, it's feeling like the blade for me. Like that's where my instinct went, and I think we go there. And then there's 3 picks after this, and I really hope that they're good for our deck.
I mean, in Rogue, it's usually the Marsh Dragon, right?
Marsh Drake's playable for sure. Mimic Pot's another thing to combo with your prep, potentially.
Yeah, plus it gives us more value.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it. It's probably Marsh Drake though, because it really rewards our pick here that we get another 3 to play, and it's a body to push with. So even though the Mimic Pod is looking fun, because we have the prep, I think we picked the Marsh Drake, and we're really happy we got the Shadow Blade now. So that's nice. That paid off.
Oh!
Hey, Macarena. That's perfect for our deck.
Okay. I mean, obviously the highest rated card is the Deathwing, and it's probably objectively the best card here as well. Are you gonna call me crazy for considering Elise?
I think they're all considerable. I'm looking at all of them. My instinct is Cairn, because it's just like a really good body to push with, and that's what this deck needs, right? This deck just needs, just give me a thing, please, just give me a thing, right? And Cairn is like the definition of a thing. Is like, it's a 4/5, you kill it, it's another 4/5, it's gonna be there, it's gonna be really annoying. But there's a lot of cycle in the deck, so the chance that you get the pack is pretty high. There's like 2 minstrels to draw minions out of the deck. There's a fan. There's the what do we have? Is that it? Like, I thought we had more. Okay. No, then I don't think it's Elise. I think it's between either, like you say, the better card, which is Deathwing, which does like an insane amount of work. But I'm not sure if we have a Deathwing kind of deck, right? It's not. Yeah.
We probably don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Cairn here. I think Cairn's amazing for us.
Sure.
But it's always tough to pass up a Deathwing.
We do have 2 Shadow Blades already. We could use the Golaka to eat our own Bloodsail Raider.
Poggers. 2 mana, 2/3. Battlecry, sacrifice yourself to give something +1/+1. We can have our Raider and eat it too. Yeah.
I still like the Golaka Crawler.
I'm absolutely still considering Perdition's Blade. It's
Really? Third weapon? Okay.
It's like 3 weapons is the max, but it's not too many. You guys still drafted? Yep. It's a super cool deck to draft. We got so many low rolls, but I think we actually constructed something that can work. I think the double minstrel, even though they were scary to pick, it was definitely correct. Like, looking at the deck now, the double minstrel are just insanely good for us, the way how the deck looks. So we still have the Raider. I just like Perditions, man. Such a cool card. So, all right. So yeah, we'll see what we can do with this deck.
Valir versus Gul'dan.
Cooldown.
Your soul shall be mine.
I want to toss it all.
I think that's fair. I think throw it all is fine. Alright, I'll just be a moment. Quick BRB. Alright, I'm here.
You back?
Yep.
Can you still hear me fine?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Anything changed? Or
Well, I just leaned a little back on my couch, and I wasn't sure that that was
we're
still
getting there.
carrying. Otherwise, we could have reestablished the connection via my iPad.
Yep. Oh, this is all good, man.
All right.
Thresh it on is just, it's kind of weird, but it's kind of good that we have it in our hand already.
We don't hit face, right?
No.
Or do we?
Nah, not yet. Yeah, I think you'll see like the double minstrel, even though it feels weird. I think it's gonna pay off.
Yeah, I think we just use our blade to kill the priestess and play wasp.
Yep, that's fine for now. Why did they ditch that starting end? What was in there, Nim? There was a Runt in there, which you don't want to play onto. There was an Ebon Dragonsmith in there, which I guess is considerable to be keepable.
There was a scientist in there.
Speak your peace.
So let's resolve the board first here, right? What do you want to do on the board?
Well, I want to eat the shroom with the wasp. I want to use my face in the 2/1. I want to play the runt and redagger.
I definitely like Wasp into the 1/2 and face into the 2/1. And I do think Runt Redagger is fine here. But you can't Dreadlord this yet. Yep.
He can't play Dreadlord now. He coined.
Yes, yep. Hence why it's fine to just put the Runt on the dagger.
Why would you coin if you don't have...
Hey man, get those things going. He might have a Shadow Bolt, right? And our Wasp dodged the Shadow Bolt.
Okay.
Or he just really liked Coin Shroom. Collins is a Coin Shroom kind of guy. Maybe not without follow-up, but... okay, he didn't want to play that. He was like, it's not enough value for me, bro.
Give him the wasp, play the Gloom Eater.
Sorry for all the yawning, guys. There's an option to not give him your Wasp as well. Playing the Gloom is fine, for sure. It's just you could not give him Wasp. But I think that's too much, yep. I think giving him the Wasp is fine. And then I think we push 3-phase. I think we start using the dagger.
Okay. So... I wanted to give him the wasp so he wouldn't get too much value out of Hellfire. Or something like that.
Yep. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I just wanted to, because on the board, there's no reason to give him the Wasp, right? But I think, you can pass by it. I think going over what he might do, it's worth it. Like you get a little bit less for Dreadlord, you get way less for Hellfire. The file is no longer clear.
Wow. Napper Scientist, grab 2 coins.
So you're putting poison on the 2/2 and you're trading it.
Yeah.
The other one being kill it with the poison, coin the Threshodon, right? I think I prefer to kill it with the poison now and to coin the Thresh because it gives him the peace of mind that the poison is gone, so he might play into it, and then we poison again next turn.
Yeah, plus this leaves us with a much better board, right?
Yeah, it gives you that 5/7 to start pushing with early, which is great. And you still have Kidnapper as well, so you just want to invite big boys, and as long as the poison is on the board, he can't really do that. Oh man.
Would it be okay to kill that one with Scientist? I mean, we still have Kidnapper in our hand for removing any taunt.
Yeah, the one problem is that I kind of want to go like Shadowblade, Bloodsail, Coin Scientist, and that leaves us without a combo for the Kidnapper.
Do we need the Bloodsail Raider on the board right now?
It's a 5/3 with the Shadowblade. That's fine. I think I'd still do it, yeah. I just Shadowblade, Bloodsail, coin the Scientist on the 2/2, and then push Shade's Face. Because even if he gets a big taunt here, you have the 5/3 in your face to kill it, it's fine.
Use face on his face?
For sure, for sure. Yeah, that's kind of when we're playing this kind of deck, you need to really seize the moment and push aggressively when you can. Because this isn't the deck that plays itself and just like slowly get there. This is a deck where you need to utilize tempo swings and kill the opponent.
Okay.
Oh. Start with
Yeah.
Fan?
Just play Fan of Knives,
Yep,
Agnap.
let's start with Fan because it draws the cards, right? So
Yeah, okay.
that can change everything here.
Yeah, if we get a sap.
Yeah. So now you just
Okay.
have lethal. So just
Yeah.
take him out. Yeah, I agree. I think looking for another card here makes a lot of sense.
Valera versus Jaina.
You asked for it. Watch your back.
Keep the Drake, toss the rest.
Yep. That's a pretty good card for us. Just hoping he doesn't go Lone Champion or Tark Reaper. Or even Stonehill. With the last Perditions pickup, I think the Fan would have been fine, being a big boy.
So just dagger.
Yep, just dagger.
An incredible discovery.
Oh, you can stop sharing your screen, by the way. Like, that's probably going to be more enjoyable. I'm spectating anyway. Alright, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to play the Marsh Drake and kill the.
Yep, kill the poison guy. It's fine. You have the Betrayal in your hand, so it's tempting to save it, but it makes 0 sense in this case. Ooh. Nice. In our Drake, in our deck, the Drake's pretty good carry, because we really just need something to push with.
I want to kill the taunt and play Shadow Blade and kill the 2/3.
Yep, I agree. In our deck, we have so much removal. We have to be careful with our minions. So tempoing out the Blood Cell would be fine if we had loads and loads of minions, but we don't.
Yeah, but the chance is decent that we're gonna draw into another 3, so we can play it next turn with the Perditions.
You can even just go volley for a ping. Yeah. Mage is probably our least favorite opponent with this deck, for sure.
Or we just play the jelly here.
Yep. Jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Hey, Dreads. Dreads hates the Marsh Drake. I think for our deck it's really good Dreads, but yeah. No, no, no. God damn it. Fucking mages, man. We just can't have we can't have anything nice because of them.
Bloodsail, volley, hit face, redagger.
Bloodsail for sure, volley for sure.
You want to keep the weapon charge?
Considering it, like he is rather healthy. Right, then it might matter. I think you hold it for now, yeah. This is a pretty gross situation, yeah. Yeah, Mage is the worst matchup for this kind of deck. By far. Anything that just wants to remove is terrible for us.
Yeah, we use our face to kill one of the 2/3s. We use a razor pedal to hit the other 2/3. We equip Perditions to finish it off.
Yeah, I'm just looking at if we ever need to cycle a fan. I think putting a pedal onto one of them is fine, for sure. To test the waters for counter and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's just face the 2/3 and ping the 2/2, right, with the Perditions. I think we have to hold the fan for now. I would go face though, right? Like we need to push them. There we go.
So it's Mirror Entity or Explosive Ruins most likely.
Yep. Oh, stop pointing shit. Really, minions? Have you heard it, dude? So annoying. Poggers.
I don't really want to kidnap that.
I don't really want to kidnap it either, but it might be the right play. The other one is to go prep fan. See what happens. I think prep fan is fine. If you hit a minstrel, it's fine to not kidnap it.
So many options.
Hey, there we go. Yep, minstrel. See what we get. We have to use face and the pedal, right? Nope. Yep. I was thinking about maybe the Shadow Blade last turn to not take 4. I was probably wrong. Got a little greedy.
Thrashadon?
Yeah, I'm just making 100% sure that we don't need to avoid more damage here. But I think it is Thresh hit him in the face through dagger. Yep. Let me just hope. You okay?
I thought that you were still considering.
Ah, okay, no, it's fine. So. Just, it's because it's not like great plays that I'm not so happy with them. But yeah, this is unfortunately the hard counter. Who happened to have all the things that we're afraid of early. Just like removal. If he has the burn as well, then we can't really beat it.
What to do? What to do?
Ride the polar bear express.
Whoa. That's freeze though. Holy shit. What was that? He just gave us a lot of freedom with that.
We play Dragonsmith and kidnap the 4/4.
Yep, and then poke his face. He'll probably just win with the pyro, but I mean, if he doesn't, we have a shot.
I usually work alone.
Good positioning, by the way.
Onward, friends! Someone called it.
I'm just gonna look at this board because this is too hard to coach. So, fucking hell. How do we get a good betrayal?
Kill the 1/2, kill the 2/4, betrayal the 5/5.
I think kidnapper into the 2/4 always happens, yeah. 3/4 into the 1/2. Yes. Shadow Blade, the Phoenix that separates the Master and
Yes.
the 3/4. Betrayal the 5/5. How much is this? Wait. Shadow Step the Kidnapper, put the O card back in his hand, go 5 face, play the Stono, and pick whatever is good for stuff to push with. And go face, yeah. Just pick. Sorry, this is like an ultra difficult position.
Too slow.
Yeah, it's fine. Whoa, did we get
Yeah.
Oh! Okay, yeah, sorry, I shouldn't put that on you, but I don't think we win if we trade with the O card. Right? It's fine though. It's because we can deal with it anyway. Alright, so we have time now, let's take it easy. Well, where do you want to go?
I want to put the wax between the 5/7 and the 3/3.
Mm-hmm.
I want to I want to poison the 1/2. Kill the 5/5 with the 1/2.
Wax between the 5/7 and the 3/3 is fine, yeah. And you can put the napper on like the far right or something. There's an option to kill the freeze here, right? I think I'd poison the taunt to kill the water alley and then face the 2/2, push 13 with the others. Yep.
So we leave the 5/5 up, correct?
Yeah. And we push 13. But put face in the Raven, of course. It puts us dead to Fireball, which is unfortunate, but I think if we... I guess we could have traded with a 3/3 and gone face for 3, that's my bad. But that's why, man, these kind of games for coaching, it's too much. Like, we'll analyze the game afterwards, right? I don't mind that, but...
Are
like,
you saying that you can't hack it, Shady?
Yeah, we should have put the 3/3 and the 2/2 and then pushed the 3 with the weapon. But that's because it's, oh man, these games are so fucking tough.
No, I'm not blaming you. It's totally.
It's all good, man. You can blame me. I'm the coach. Please don't have perfect here. But yeah, face should have gone face for sure. When he played Oakheart, it'd be a hard rope turn. Yep, for sure.
Oh, don't make a science out of it. Man, if you have lethal, then just kill us. Jeez.
I think it's like, this motherfucker put Oakheart back in my hand. How can I lose? What the fuck? It's because it's 9 mana and I didn't mind him developing it again, right? So, but it was a really... Because the instinct play is to put the threshold on into the 5/5, which is what you wanted to do, right? But that's not how you win, right? Oh, we win?
Wow.
Oh man, what a game.
Let's
Super
give the
tough
card
game.
back.
Yeah, let's put it again. Alright, so the main reasoning behind that turn, right, is like, first of all, you need to struggle to find the best way to deal with the board properly there, right? Yeah, just finding, because had we just betrayed immediately, the 3/4 would have given us some problems. So sniping the Phoenix on the left was definitely good for us. Good game though, good game. Nice.
I think we toss it all.
I agree. We're looking for Bloodcell Raider or Harvest Golem or Marsh Drake or, you know, something like that. Sap's not bad, Grave Shambler's absolutely not bad, so it's fine. And worst case scenario is Stonehil, so the hand is already fine-ish.
We dagger.
Yeah, dagger pass. Next turn we probably want to swing to make the Shambler 5/5.
Maybe he's gonna do us a favor and just play token.
I'll try to not get those super complicated turns on the rope next time. It's just that one I said from the start, right? Like, this is not a coaching turn. I need to think. It's gonna be super difficult. Let's play the Stonehil for good habit, right? But yeah, we're almost always stabbing the 1/1. That's worth a pause.
Do we want the Gastropod?
Our deck doesn't really need it. I'm just thinking in terms of mana, right? So next turn it's Shambler, Pop. Then on turn 5 you can go like Dagger, Gastropod. I think I'd probably pick the Chain Gang, because I think our deck struggles with that more, right? Bodies to push with. We have 2/2/3s additional. Feels like we don't need more of those Gastropod type effects with Double Scientist and all that.
Wanna blow something up?
A man bomber right there.
Right, so we killed the bomber.
Or we chain gang, because it's less vulnerable to stuff.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
Okay.
Kill the bomber. This is not a bad play, right? This is not a bad play. This is the best play, assuming your opponent is not gonna do things. So we'll see if he wants to do things. It'd be weird though. It'd be weird to chain gang because you'd give up your dagger charge. So I should have said something. I think I would have ended up doing this. So don't worry about it. It's just that two 2/3s into a 2/2 against the paladin is usually a lot more annoying than because he can just like True Silver here or yeah, humility is fine-ish, I guess.
Folks, who goes there?
Shadowblade killed a 3/3.
Yeah, this is interesting because you could do the cute play where you go like Shadowblade to 3/3, dagger to kill your Shadowblade, trade the 2/2.
We could also use prep for the razor pedal volley and just clear.
Yeah, it might be too much though. So I definitely like Shadowblading the 3/3. Yeah. Or oh no, I'm stupid. No, I'm way stupid. We missed it. Well, I would have probably done it on my own, but it's fine. Like we dagger and then we Shadowblade and it trashes the weapon and then you just trade, right? But it's fine. I actually wanted to just go volley here and not prep. It's fine. And just push one phase. Like I think that's fine.
And volley?
Just volley. This was my original line, right? Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with the line. But daggering, then Shadowblading, then clearing is good. There's nothing wrong with that either. How long can this go on?
My play would be play chain gang, kill one of the 2/3s, bump a razor pedal into the other 2/3, and kill it off with our Ellie.
Definitely face into a 2/3 here. Yep. So Steed right now, he gets to kill the 2/6. So chain gang's way better against Steed. Yeah, I like chain gang and one pedal and trade. Yeah. We want him to Steed. He will still take the Steed. There's just no reason to give up your Shambler. This is not a bad Steed for him. It's just not as good as it was before.
I want to play Cairn, pedal the 3/1, put the Ellie into the 2/1, and put the 2/3 face.
Definitely pedal the 3/1, yeah. This doesn't feel like a terrible kidnap return to me either.
Okay, sure.
Because we still have the sap, right? So I just put the dragon back in his hand. And then put the 2/3 into the 2/1, push face with the 2/4. Because that's the beauty of this deck, it has more than enough of these type of effects, and we can just next turn go into like Cairn Sap, Cairn Dagger, those kind of things. We got the Kidnapper behind the taunt, so Vine Cleaver is not a huge problem. All those things, so yeah, it's fine.
Cairn, Dagger, kill the 2/1, and the rest goes face.
Just making sure. Cairn Dagger, push face. It's because of MCT, right? It's everywhere, so... But the trades are too awkward for us. Because this deck doesn't want to hang around for too long. We had a fairly good trade with Kidnapper and Face in, and then one of the guys free kills, but that's not how we win. We win by pushing Face with this deck. Oh, I love it. I love it. I think he just killed himself. Nice. Alright.
Yep.
Whee!
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Good. Good. Because Rogue can just do these unfair turns where it seems like they've spent 20 mana for doing things. And just, you know, putting a 5-3 on the board, removing his 4-5 from the board while we ping something, like, that's just pretty good for us.
Would you hate keeping the Ebon Dragon?
I definitely wouldn't. I think the Golem and the Shadowblade stay, and then it's a bit weird because you kind of want to coin Golem into Shadowblade and then you have the Dragonsmith. But our deck also doesn't really have anything to play on 4, so I think you just throw the prep here. And we'll see, maybe we get a different 3-drop and we end up reducing the Shadowblade anyway, so it's fine with me.
Okay. I would have dumped the Shadowblade, personally.
Interesting. So you keep the Dragonsmith, but you dump the Shadowblade.
Yeah, because we do have 3 weapons, and yeah.
Shadowblade's good. Shadowblade's a good early game card. Like, that's the card that a lot of people are afraid of against Rogue. It's like, ugh, what if he has Shadowblade? Like, our opponent here, right? If our opponent plays 3-2, then we can just coin Shadowblades, go to work. Dirk, what up, man? Thanks so much for the 10 months in a row. Welcome back. Good to have you here, as always.
So we just... We could coin Perditions and clear.
We could, but it's a little too fast, I'd say. He's only threatening 1 power, so coin the Golem's fine. Perditions is a pretty fast card, so we use it when we need a instant response. We don't really need it here. Okay, so what did he just tell us?
That he didn't have a 3-drop.
That's true.
A 2-drop.
Let's first do the board, right? You want to just Napper and trade the 1-2?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Let's start with that. He could have done something, right? He has the flame in his hand, so he's telegraphed that he has elemental synergy in his deck, and he's not willing to give up the flame just yet. So that's good to keep track of, right? When that flame does come down, we can start to anticipate stuff. Like a turn 6 flame can telegraph Blaze Caller, for instance.
Okay. I wonder if it would be good here to not play the Dragonsmith, but just play Stonehill and put our stuff into his taunts. It leaves him with a 2-1 that he can't attack the Dragonsmith with, right?
I kind of like just Shadowblade here, honestly. Like Shadowblade one of them, Napper into the other, and kill the spell power totem. Like we have so much reactive stuff. So this is a thing where I say you have to be careful with your minions. Because if we just Dragonsmith here and he just removes, we're gonna be stuck with a bunch of weapons in our hand and a sap and a kidnapper, but nothing to use it on. So whenever we have a good moment to use our reactive stuff, we should. Alright, he did just play the alley, so this could either mean that he has board buffs or he's got Servant of Kalimos next turn or so, right?
So we use our face to kill one of the 1/2s, use the golem to kill the other. Our 1/1 goes face.
So many options.
Correct?
I'm just seeing how fast we want to go here, right? What is your mana doing this round?
It's playing the Dragonsmith and passing.
So
Oh.
Dragonsmith is fine.
So many
Face
options.
into a 1/2 is fine. Go from there. It depends on how much we mind the spell power totem being active. I don't think we mind it that much. I think 2/2 into the 1/2 is fine. And I think we put a damage into the spell power here. Yeah, we'll work on avalanche positioning.
It heals.
Oh, sorry, go face, go face. What am I saying? No. It's good that you stopped me there. For some reason, I'm like, yeah, the healing totem. We can't attack the healing totem, but we can attack the other one. Yeah. Oh, that's too good. Alright, we're pretty happy with that. Hey, Mitronor, thank you so much, man. Thank you for the host.
So
Hope
we
you're doing well again,
sap the Etin and we play the Minstrel.
I'm just gonna count our health for Volcano. 3, 6, 10, 13, 15. So if you go for Perditions, we technically stay alive. Whereas Sap Minstrel is not bad.
So many
Technically don't have enough. Yeah, Sap Minstrel for sure. For some reason I thought we were already on turn 7. I did this yesterday as well.
options. Choose soon.
Super weird. Yep. And we can kill the spell power with the golem.
So what about Volcano now?
It's gonna clear. But we don't have a play that's amazing into Volcano here.
Or we could have left the spell power alive.
Yeah, but it's still not enough, right?
Yeah.
So you're better off killing the spell power for Lightning Storm.
Feeling sorry for the guy.
Hey man, that's what rogues do. No, yeah, his face. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're leaving the healing totem up now. And just all face, including your weapon. That's why Kidnapper's a beast. Let's go. Ah! I said face with face as well.
Oh,
I thought I did.
All good. He can survive anyway, it's fine. GG.
I thought I did.
We can just kill him. Yeah, so.
I'm just good. Just wanted to fish for Lich King.
But you don't want to use your good RNG in a game that's already won.
Valera versus Arthas.
Watch your back.
Keep the Shambler. Dump the
Yeah.
rest.
In different decks you would keep the sap as well, but in our deck just the Shambler is fine.
Why would you keep the sap in different decks?
Because it's an insanely good tempo swing. But our deck is full of tempo swings.
Okay.
It's just being able to sap your opponent's turn 5 minion means you've used 2 mana to kill their 5 mana, which is already ridiculous to begin with. So it's just, yeah. There's a reason why we snap the sap over Eviscerate there, right? It's just, the first sap is insanely strong. So guaranteeing that you get your powerful tempo swing tool in your hand. Like, let's say we had, in a different deck, you have Eggnapper in your hand and sap. I would just keep Eggnapper and sap. No problem. It also means that if he does get a steed off at any moment, you don't care.
We have it back. Yeah, the standard, right? Marsh Drake.
Normally you'd play Harvest, but because of how the mana works out and the stab and putting the dagger at 1 and stuff, yeah, Marsh Drake. It's a lot of reasons why Marsh Drake is nice here. But if you could choose which one you play first, you'd lead with Harvest Golem into the 2-2, right? Because now if he goes like Coin Dark Iron Dwarf or Coin True Silver, it's pretty sad. Looks like it's True Silver. Yeah. And then Harvest Golem doesn't get hit by that. Doesn't mean we made the wrong call, by the way. Just means we might need to change our approach a little bit here.
So we play Harvest Golem now?
Potentially. Just seeing at what he could do next turn, right? If we go for the Shambler here, then he's gonna put both in, play a thing. It's gonna get a bit weird. Yeah, I'd go for the Golem now. Let's see what he does. But yeah, had that been an ordinary 5 mana or a 3 mana 5/4, you would have done it the other way.
So our 2/3 always kills the 2/2.
Correct.
I'm leaning towards Shambler and poke his face.
I think poke his guy makes more sense. Because if he hits the Golem, you have Shadow Blades. If he hits your guy has 5.
Okay.
Yep. There's no need to get the Minstrel out, Peter, yet. Minstrel's a 3/2, Shambler's a 5/5. This is one of the #1 mistakes I see people do with Rogue, is they're always in such a hurry to play their Minstrel. It's crazy. And it's like, dude, it's card draw. You draw cards when you don't want to do other things.
I want to sap the 2/5 and use my Shadow Blade on the 4/3 and go face.
So that's decent no matter what. So if the rope does hit, we can execute that. I'm just seeing if there's anything else we can do, because the hand is pretty loaded. Like, we can do weird things. There's also like volley plays. Backstab, Shadow Blade there, have a volley trade. Like, the other line is to save your sap, right? And to go like backstab the 2/5, kill that with the Shadow Blade. Cycle the... No. I'm just thinking out loud. Ooh, careful, my man. I think sap's fine. Sap the 2/5, Shadow Blade the 4/3. It's because sap is your way to deal with the steed, right? But we'll keep him off the board for now. They'll be fine. Yeah, careful. Like, when I'm just thinking out loud, right? I'm just going over the place.
You were mumbling a little bit. I thought you were saying that this was
okay. I will try to articulate and to carry my voice a bit better.
Appreciate that. And betrayal. Come on.
Betrayal would be nice. Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. Stonehill.
Stonehill's a good start. We'll go from there.
Battle. Chain Gang.
And what are you doing this round?
I'm getting rid of the 1/1.
How?
With my weapon and, well, could use backstab and then play the chain gang even.
Take the chain gang. Use backstab in your face on this guy. Push 6 phase. And then we have an option to minstrel if you want it, right? I think chain gang is correct. Just for MC tech, that's the only awkward thing, right? But chain gang's fine for me. Chain gang gives you extra protection in case he goes Vine Cleaver. Vine Cleaver is quite common. Double petals? Petals costs mana, guys.
I want to shadow stab the 1/4 and then play minstrel and see if we get removal.
It's not a lot of removal left there though, because you're working with 4 mana.
We have 2 Plague Scientists. And we can always just play the replay the Stonehill and Agnapper and stall.
I'd go for Napper Minstrel, because I think their Shadow Step has huge potential. Because even if you hit the Scientist, you don't have to trade this round, right? You can do it next round.
I love omelets.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
And then let's see. There's a world where you just pull the Minstrel back already, but it's really not a good consecration, right? It's really not. No, I think we just chill. Just sit. Because it's too likely that we're just gonna miss damage if we Shadow Step the Minstrel instantly. Weapons aren't great for him. Yeah, it's looking okay. Like, Consecration removes 4 damage from the board, that's it. Ooh. Okay. Like to be annoying, huh?
You want to pull back the minstrel?
Let's see. Just give me 1 moment. Bup, 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 bup. I think you start with prep, volley. Yeah. Prep, volley, 2 pings on the wasp. Put the napper in, put your face in. Kill it with the 6/6, the 2/6 taunt. Go face with the minstrel, Shadow Step the minstrel, play it again. Probably playing Harvest Golem. But I have to see what we get. You can go face with the Stonehill already. Oh, no. Poison the Stonehill. Kill the 3/3 with it. Go, go, go. Good man. Good man. Good job, good job. Woo! Tight, these turns, man. Holy shit. 9 mana used. Clean. Alright, good shit. Woo! Yeah, but can you imagine coaching a full turn like that? We need 2 minutes for that shit, man. Oh.
You know, I really like that I'm making you work for your money.
Yeah, dude, like, I'm putting in a little effort here, but we're getting there, we're getting there. It's good.
Oh, so you killed one of our elven minstrels. Is that a good fan of knives?
Could have been a bone bear. Just saying. Yeah,
Well.
hit him with the fan. Let's go. If only to just push damage. It's nice. Yep.
Minstrel and
Yep.
probably
Well, we'll
golem.
see what we hit, right?
Yeah. Just saying probably golem.
Yeah, harvest and full face, including the weapon, is fine. Good. Good. Whew.
Warriors of the frozen wastes.
Lich King A.
Reporting for duty.
Come on, kill the minstrel. Thank you.
Reporting for duty.
We're a little off, right? Oh, then we can
Oh.
kill him past the Lich King now. That's great.
Well, we wouldn't have been off. Oh, we would have. Yeah.
We'd be 2 off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now we just position his face and GG.
They'll never know what.
Nice Lich King, my boy. No match for our Nightblade, though.
Valera versus Thrall.
Doomhammer.
Watch your back.
Alright, I'm here. What do we like?
I want to toss it all. 5 seconds left.
Yep, I agree. So to explain that last sequence, right? So what's going through my head when we make that play? It's that you do want to shadow step the minstrel because it's just really good for you, but it's super likely that you can get the 3 face in first, right? So I'm just looking at, okay, how can we start this off with me killing the taunt without investing the just dagger pass, without investing the minstrel? And then it just looked like, okay, I can put 2 pings in, I can put the napper and I can put my face in. Prep's probably not going to be that great. I can use it here to save myself 2 mana because the minstrel's going to draw me cards. Maybe we want to play one of those. So that's kind of what it came down to in the very end. But to start that turn, right, you need to think a bit ahead. So let's just practice at that moment. Wait, are you pre-hitting or not?
I'm thinking about it. I think I am, yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
Because even if he plays totem and rolls healing totem, then we just poke him another time. So
That's
not
fine
bad.
for us.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
I don't think this is a good enough betrayal. I think we just play Dragonsmith and then we kill one of the 2/3s.
I agree with you.
Our hammers echo in the deep.
I think it's maybe a trap, right? You draw into the betrayal and you're like, oh yeah, baby. But putting a 3/4 body is excellent on this board.
Blizzard has rigged this game.
Debating you. Oh, betrayal would have been pretty good. Yeah. It depends a bit what he does here. Oof. Smork. My man.
I think it's Shadow Blade, kill the 4/3, and then use Volley to get rid of the totem.
I think that's where I'm leaning at the moment. And we float 1 mana and we have 1 petal left, right?
Yep.
Yep, let's do that. I think the fan here is not quite as powerful, seeing as the AoE damage isn't that great for you.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Plus, it's one of the few cards, really few cards that benefit from our prep, so we might get a better use for it.
Yep. This also gets the petals developed, so you can petal Kidnapper later. We can be Miracle Rogue.
Yeah, plus I think against Shaman, you want more targets for it.
I can wait and fish all day.
What are we thinking?
So many options.
I'm thinking about some nasty Marshdrake Betrayal combo, but can't really see it. So here, I think we can play Apprentice, Betrayal, Fan, and Clear.
You can leave the Pagel up and just Marshdrake Fan as well. So I think I like that more. Just play the Drake, play the Fan, put your face into the 3/3, and then bump the Golem into the Pagel. He's got a 50% that may be a card, right? So that worked out. I don't hate the other lines, right? But getting the 5/4 developed is kind of cool. It's just a very easy use of the fan for us there.
Is that a Kidnapper target?
It's definitely annoying enough for me to kidnap it, so I think so. I think we just Razor Petal the Pagel, and then positioning Napper in the center for Avalanche. And then Jam 7.
What are we preventing here? Avalanche?
Avalanche freezes the center, deals 3 to the
Yeah.
edges, so putting
Yeah.
the 5/3 on an edge would be a misplay, I think. Top deck. At least that's a fairly tame volcano. Seems like we always play 1 card this turn.
Yeah, the Stonehill always happens.
Yep. And then we go from there.
So here I want to pick the Booty Bay for curve.
Excellent. Let's pick the Lich King. Talk to me.
I want to play Apprentice just to have something on the board.
That would be fine. You can put her on the right. And then what else?
Just dagger up.
I think it's okay to tempo Scientist on your Stonehill, putting the Scientist on the very far right. Because you have Lich King in your hand, right? So playing this makes it more likely we can Lich King.
Okay.
You also have 2 of them in your hand, so it's like, and I mean, this means, you know, if he wants to use, I don't know, a title search on the Stonehill, sure, whatever, right?
So we just use Scientist and Sorceress to clear? And then play Lich King?
That's pretty likely. I'm just quickly verifying, right? If we have any cool play, but doesn't feel like it. Yeah, trade the ones on the right, push one, put the big boy down. It's quite likely he's got a Hex though, which is unfortunate. But hey, maybe we hit a nice, like, what do we want here? I think Frostmourne for us. Just, or Army of the Dead, I guess.
You're at 15 health, you really want Frostmourne?
Oh, Frostmourne can just be 15 phase.
Fair enough.
Like, it's the biggest thing, right? Like, that and Army. So, and I think we just want value here. Also, with Frostmourne, we can hit something and then break our Frostmourne to instantly summon it if we want to. That's also cool. Oh, I can't kill the Lich King forehead.
Death Coil, Shadow Blade, and Bloodsail Raider.
That's definitely good. I just want to explore a different option. Because you can also use Death Coil to heal your Lich King if you trade, but...
Yeah, but the other way around, it is 8 face damage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's always good to explore other avenues, right? Just to think about it. 5, 7... Yeah, Shadowblade, Coil, Raider, push 8. I don't think we preemptively Scientist this time around.
No, okay, no.
That's okay. Coils for days. Looks like we get 15 face regardless.
You win this one, friend.
Oh, he's like, I can high roll the Lich King and then maybe DQ it. Uh-oh. Either that or he just needed to do that to stay alive. Frostmourne would still be very good Funkality. Alright, did you... 3 of our cards are yellow there. That's amazing.
Valir versus Raw.
For Doomhammer.
Watch your back.
I just want to keep Golem.
Definitely to Golem, just considering. This is one of the decks where you can consider keeping Cairn.
Yeah, I was going to ask that before. Whether you'd consider that okay?
I think we need to throw it because the chance that we skip turn 4, right, is a bit too high. But yeah, like Cairn could be a keep in a different, like with coin, it's different. But I think without coin, it's just a Harvest Golem. So just Harvest Golem's fine for me. We also have like 2 Minstrels, right, for draw, so if you keep Cairn and you land a Minstrel, it gets super weird all of a sudden. Prep's been doing things as well, so it's been fine for us.
Yeah.
Ride the polar bear express.
Egg Napper.
Would you pre-hit?
Probably.
I would. Go.
Yeah. And pray he doesn't have Earth Shock.
Nice. That pre-hit was so good for us there.
Hmm. Yeah, so we killed the 2/4. And we play Harvest Golem.
Yep.
So, preparation, volley, poison, one of the 1/1s, and clear.
Alternatively, it's just volley, scientist, trade. So the prep gives you a dagger, but prep also means that we can combo minstrel and kidnapper easier later. Also still a fan and a sap and a betrayal left in the deck, so I think I would just use the volley and then Plague Scientist the 1/1 and then just trade the 2/1, push one phase. I can see the merit of prepping here though. You get the dagger out and you keep an additional power on board. I think just the option that we can go prep Napper next turn if we need it is pretty good. That Razor Petal volley was really annoying for him. It's nice.
We could kidnap her here.
So many options.
We could. It's pretty weird. So you'd go like prep Napper, push 3. You fire rallies your Napper. You Shadow Blade and 2/3 into his guy. You play Elven. You play Jelly. Fire Rally hits the Jelly. It's way worse. Go Shadow Blade here. Can't really do much. I think prep Napper, yeah. And then Napper in the center. No reason to use a pedal here. Just keep it. Gotta keep track of our cards in our hand right now and the health on that thing. Gotta hope that Minstrel lands us. Oh, okay. That was very good for us.
Shadowblade Minstrel, give him the Napper?
It's not terrible. Just seeing if we can do a little better. You could just go Jelly, because he doesn't have Fire Rally, right? He just told us. So you could just go Jelly Dagger, use the 5, the 1 in face, and then next turn draw cards with the Minstrel. Think I like that a little better. Just because if we're giving up the Napper anyway, right, we may as well get the Jelly going.
Sure.
Yep.
We use our face to...
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on 17 and Shadowblade in hand, it's okay. I guess Jelly should have been on the far right, that's my bad. Because he gets a really good avalanche here.
Okay. I kind of just want to play a Runt and Minstrel and keep pushing face. Or is that too susceptible to lightning storm?
It makes a storm insanely good. So I think I just Shadowblade here and Minstrel will go from there. Or you could even, yeah, that's fine. No. Far left? Yeah, far left.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Yeah, and then we can use a pedal our face and the slime push 5 face.
Job's done.
Very first pick in the draft, Stonehill, Kidnapper, and Venom. Always Kidnapper in that pack in the first pick. Like, Kidnapper is such an underrated card. I mean, it's a premium pack, but I feel like Venom is super overrated and Kidnapper is underrated. Okay. Talk me through it.
So I wanna play Grave Shambler, Fan. Use our face.
I'm gonna interrupt you because I want something different. You could start with Stono, go from there. Just put it down. We're gonna rope soon, so the position is not too important. Etten, yeah. And then use Betrayal on the 3-1. Use your face on the 2-7. Sack the 1-2. Oh, no. Oh shit, we should have put Shambler down. That's my bad. But put the Shambler down anyway. And then trade and go face. Ooh. Okay, sorry, my bad. Yeah. Man, these turns are so fucking hard. So the thought process there is that you can fan, but it does actually very little for what fan can do. Because you don't have to kill this thing this turn, right? You can kill it next turn. Because you're gonna have so many taunts in the way. So we should have had a 5-5, and I would have sacked the 1-2 instead of freezing the 2-1. We're still gonna be fine, because yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. You're just dead on board, I think. Oh no, that's taunt. Right, that's taunt.
That's lethal. Oh, no, it's not lethal. I forgot that it was going to be taunt. Yes.
You can start with fan here.
Fan into scientist.
Fan into anything.
We can just kill it with Minstrel, Pedal, and 2 1-attack minions. Push 7 face. Put the Runt on the board. Not the Runt, sorry.
The Glue Meter. Yeah, I like that one. Totem Cruncher or pay remove taunt, please. Yeah, dude. I just have taunt, what the fuck?
So I think it's always Karen. It's always Dagger.
Why is it always Karen? Because you can play the Runt as well then. Okay, that's fine. Put the Karen down, put the Runt down. And Dagger up. Let's see what we get first.
Poisonous.
Yeah. And then put the poison into the 1-2. Put face in the 2-1 in. Okay.
Valir versus Jaina.
You asked for it. Watch your back.
Normally I would keep the backstab, but since it is very likely that we want it for later for our combo activators, I would toss it.
We can keep it and throw the rest. It's still a backstab, right? So it's still, you know, he still plays Mana Worm and you don't lose the game. So things like that. Because this is a 7-0 guy, or at least close to. He's probably gonna have some things.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough.
So his backstab is at its prime in the early game, so. Like how we didn't talk about the rent. Seems like you're getting to know the deck. That's good.
So our face into the 2-1 always happens.
Yep.
I think I want the Golem over the Wasp here.
This one's a little closer. The Wasp prevents him from going like Coin Water Alley or so. And Wasp becomes a bit weirder in the late game, so I'd probably put the Wasp down. But yeah, the instinct is Harvest Golem, but it's just purely versus Mage that I think I'd prefer the Wasp down here. Because it's not a good minion later on, because it just dies to Blizzard anyway. And you can put Golem down into Flame Strike and stuff. And this might just ruin his entire plan of coining stuff.
Wasp into the 1-4, play the Grave Shambler, poke his face.
So right now we have this Wasp looming over him, right? So I would probably just Shambler pass, and then next turn you could put Shambler in the taunt and he still can't develop because Wasp will kill whatever he plays. So I think he is trying to be cheeky here with the Stonehill and say, you're gonna take it, right? And then I get to ping it, right? And we're like, nope, you're gonna have to give us something real. And then his turn 3 is essentially gonna be 100% wasted because the Shambler is just gonna eat it 100% for free.
Would you hate me poking him to prevent
Right now I would, yeah. Just because your mana is still kind of precious.
What about Geyser ping and him putting that into our Shambler? Okay.
Like, that means he's used the 1-4 and 4 mana. He's used his turn 3 and his turn 4 to kill your 4-4, that's okay.
Okay.
Whereas next turn you might need to backstab dagger something, and then you have to re-dagger instead of being able to go like Golem Grunt, or Golem Runt rather. Yeah, it does feel like the opponent's now hitting this point where he's like, I guess I just don't play anything until my Blizzards, fuck it, you know? Right, so it's pretty funny that he's already at that stage.
So we kill his 1-4. The secret.
So many options.
I want to play Agnapper. Or is Stonehill Defender better?
Yeah, this is kind of the problem. I think we start with Stonehill, yeah, just for Mirror Entity. The Napper is too awkward if it's Entity. Here's a Board Lich King again.
Yeah, I just didn't want him. I just didn't want to insta pick here.
I think that's more than fair.
Do we just re-dagger?
Choose soon.
I mean, we kill his.
Wait.
So
Here, I think I would use the Wasp and then re-dagger first and push 5 phase.
Well,
Just
we
to,
both say source stuff.
That's not what I said. But you can't break your weapon now next turn. You see? Do
Okay.
you see why this is worse?
No, I don't.
How do you break your weapon next turn without paying 2 mana?
What's the difference if I break it next turn or this turn?
What do you have on your board? Looks like it won't matter because he's gonna kill it, right? Okay. But you have Shambler on your board, right?
Yeah.
So next turn you could make it a 6/6. So you re-weapon.
Oh,
The dagger
right.
dies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you
Sorry.
see it? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You are totally right. So
Your play ended up better, by the way, because he removed it, but...
yeah, but that's you know, that's by chance. So how about we go Harvest Golem and the Runt here?
I definitely like the Harvest Golem.
Choose soon.
I think I still like the Napper just for the Blizzard. And then I would poke him face for one. We're at that stage where we're not going to do this every turn, but any turn it's like somewhat likely we'll redagger. Like I like this more because it combos into like run Scientist redagger a bit easier. Yeah, the classic prep the AoE turn.
The Runt, the Scientist.
Yeah, we'll play Runt and look for Death Rattle or Health. Or Divine Shield. One of those three is good for us. Which one do you think is better here?
Well, Divine Shield.
I like Divine Shield as well. Yeah. And then Scientist the 1/1.
Yeah.
Suck it, full face redagger. Make him Flame Strike and then we Lich King next turn on an empty board. And this is all because of the Wasp, which is crazy. But he slowed so much down because he didn't want to give us anything. He should have just realized that he had to jam something in the Wasp, traded 1 for 1, and it would have been okay. But he gave us so much advantage on the board because he didn't want to put something into the Wasp. Okay, looks like no Flame Strike in a hand, or he doesn't want to use it yet.
Lich King kill the 1/3. Go face. Lich King goes on the far left.
How are we killing the 1/3?
With our face and with a 2/2.
Definitely Lich King far left.
Actually, we're killing it with the Harvest Golem.
Yeah, because I think he's gonna hard remove, right? So he can't AoE. Like we're basically putting too much pressure on him here. Yep, face on the Harvest Golem, push face. I think he might have Flame Strike. He was just like, fuck it, it's not good enough. I'm not taking it. Which would be super greedy.
Pinch of death count.
Nope.
Heal of shoe.
Snap Freeze? Yeah.
It might still be counter, so don't just jam the anti-magic
I was
shell.
gonna use backstab first,
Yep.
so...
Just double checking, right?
Yeah. And it is. Oh, Spellbender, okay.
Oh, good. For Lich King, far left. For Meteor, you would rather keep the 2/2 than the Stono?
Yeah, that was the reason.
It's a little bit of damage this turn. Oh, didn't play the Dragonsmith first for Morbihan. I'm a little shocked. You should be able to copy the stat spreadsheet, I think, and use it yourself.
Wash your back.
Keep the blade and the golem.
Yep. Oh, Hearth Arena Companion is another one to track. Yep. If you're always playing desktop, Hearth Arena is pretty nice.
Shady, I got a question.
Go for it.
When you were cooping with Adwacta, for the draft, Adwacta was using a tool that was overlaying the draft, and I think he mentioned something about it being a plugin for the deck tracker. Can you explain what it is?
We can pass here. I think it's called Arena Drafts, and I think it uses the tier list values of the Lightforge.
Okay.
So
Like just download it from their homepage, or?
yeah, I think you just go to. I can look at it, or I can just ask as well. But I think it's just called Arena Drafts. I'm pretty sure people in chat know, or no? But is it Arena? No, it's called something else, right, guys? What's it called again? All right. Anyways, let's do this turn. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at Hero Power and Killing Nut, dude. Because then next turn we have the Marsh Drake, right?
Yeah, but if he plays any taunt minion, it's a little worse, right? I think I would just coin the Harvest Golem here.
Okay.
Like, we have so many 3-mana cards. Prefer that. It's part of Overwolf? No. Lightforge, right? Lightforge is definitely not Overwolf, right? Or definitely not Hearth Arena. So here's the taunt, by the way, which would have made the Marsh Drake awkward.
He wouldn't have played that if I would have daggered, and yeah. Okay, so Shadow Blade and just remove it.
The alternative being Stonehill, pre-bump. It's
Okay.
Arena Drafts? Okay, cool, cheers. I'm just looking at next turn, right? Next turn just looks a little weird. I'd probably just play the Stonehill, because next turn we might need to Shadow Blade. And the Stonehill's okay on this board.
So Stonehill here?
Yeah, you can start with Stonehill. I'll explain after we do the turn, right?
Sure.
We're gonna pre-bump.
That's the Creeper.
Could be the Frostwolf Grunt for a play next turn. Yeah, I think it's a Grunt, which is kind of weird. And then pre-bump. So what's the reasoning behind the Stonehill this round? If you Shadow Blade it, next turn gets a bit weird, right? It might be Sap something, it might be Marsh Drake, put 3 damage into the thing. Whereas with this turn, we leave open Sap Dagger, potentially now Grunt Dagger, Grunt Sap, or maybe even Marsh Drake, sack the Stonehill if he puts damage into it, maybe just Shadow Blade. Then we have a 1/4 developed versus his 1/2 and a 1/1. So it just helps us get a little bit more options doing this.
Okay, I think it's Get Down.
So
I would play the Frostwolf Dagger, hit my face into the 1/4.
I think we put the Stonehill into the Stonehill, go from there.
Too soon.
We can play the Grave Shambler and then pre-hit the Golem. Okay. So it's likely Redemption, assuming this guy is 8-0, right? So I don't love daggering here because it's pretty darn likely you're gonna go Sap Shadowblade or Frostwolf Shadowblade or, you know, maybe Marsh Drake Dagger, but I don't know. He's playing rather slow. It's good for us though. Like
it's gonna be Repentance.
Yeah, Repentance would have been a bit awkward. That's true. But it's still a fairly rare secret, especially at high wins.
Okay. Jelly pass.
It's quite painful if he ends up stealing. Right? Like you, the 3-2 kills the 1-2 steed to Stonehill. Then we have to sap the Stonehill to get rid of the steed. So I think I'd go Shadowblade and kill the Stonehill and put the Frostwolf down, just to make the plays a bit weirder for him.
It's still Repentance though. It's still Redemption though.
Yes, yes, but he's unlikely to steed a 1-1 Stonehill here. He's more likely to steed the 3-2, trade that into the taunt, and put the 1-1 into the 2-1. And then you can sap the steed a lot nicer.
Okay.
If you do it the other way around, the steed will go on the Stonehill, which really sucks. Okay.
So we just jelly here and pass?
Probably. Now Vinecleaver gets weird. Welcome to Paladin, where every turn it's like, Jelly was my instinct as well. We just don't have a good player on Vinecleaver, do we? Nightblade sucks, Jelly sucks, Marsh Drake sucks. Yeah, I think it's just Jelly. Jelly has the most upside.
He probably doesn't have Steed. If he had Steed, I think he would have played it last turn.
It wasn't like an amazing steed, so sorry if he's keen, he might be afraid of the sapper.
Sap, Trog, clear.
Yeah. Draw clear. It reduces his cards by 1 as well.
Job's done.
Yeah. Bit of a shame to play a buff on that, to play Sap on that, but...
Yeah, but there's still 2 doctors and a kidnapper in the deck.
Yeah.
Also 2 minstrels.
Maybe we're gonna...
Reporting for duty.
So I'm looking at 2 lines here. Marsh Drake, Runt, Dagger, or Thrashadon. And we always put our 1-4 into his 1-2.
I think we have to go Thresh, because he can still kill the Marsh Drake with the Bomber and the 1-1, right? I think we try now. Now he might replay the Fen to block the Thresh, which means we might poison the Thresh, but we'll probably just Dagger. It depends on how good the decker becomes. Still have Betrayal in the deck to combo with the Drake as well. Yeah, we've drawn like very, very mid-rangey this game. It's kind of insane. We have all this tech in the deck, which we're not getting. Like, we have the sap and that's it. But there's still Betrayal in there. We got the Fan in there. Double Minstrels in there as well. Kidnappers in there. Poggers.
Hmm.
So take me through your thought process.
So many options.
My thought process is Marsh Drake, Scientist, Dagger.
But the dagger is killing the 2-1, right?
Yeah.
I think it might be a little bit more flexible if we go Nightblade, Scientist, then seeing as the net result on the board is the same.
Fair
You'll
enough.
never know what happened. I'll choose soon.
We are keeping our Shadow Step for our Minstrelizer.
Minstrel, maybe the Napper, maybe the Scientist if it lives and we need it. Yeah,
GG.
that's probably game.
Yeah.
Maybe a Fan here into something good. It's the only way I see it happening. Guess we just go Marsh Drake runs. We'll just play it out a little bit. So.
So many.
I will be your doom. Ready? I'm...
Death Rattle. And then we
Yeah.
kill the poison guy, we kill it. No. Just hero power it.
Why?
What are you doing?
I wanted to kill the 2/2 with the Shadow Blade and use the 1/1 for the 2/1.
What's the value of killing a 2/2 over a 2/1 this round?
Probably not much.
Okay.
I'll choose soon.
You
Yeah.
can draft Agatha Trickster.
Plus, if we draw into our Minstrel, we need something to activate it with.
Yeah,
right?
exactly right. Or just if we want to not take phase damage this next turn. Right. But yeah, it feels very over. We need like an insane series of draws to get us out of here.
Plus, we can't draw into anything that destroys his weapon.
He did that wrong, right? Well, nah. I guess this is fine. Alright, Shadowblade Minstrel.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Wasp, Shadow Step.
Yeah, Wasp, pull the Minstrel back. Next turn, backstab or betrayal into Minstrel into Kidnapper. I don't know. Something weird.
Use Dragonsmith to activate the Minstrel.
It's over.
But I'm pretty sure
But yeah,
it's
you can play it out, but it's over now.
he has get.
Because we can't find spells with that thing, so and no minion's gonna help us here.
Oh, it wasn't even get down.
Yeah, but even if it's not, it's GG. It's fine. Taking our first loss of 8 with this deck is more than acceptable.
This deck is performing much better than I had thought.
Valera versus Magni.
Magni.
Cosmodon.
Watch your back.
Keep both threes.
They don't work well together.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. Just keep the Drake then.
Thinking about it. It could even be full null. Oh, just looking at it. I think just the Drake is fine. Maybe even Drake Kidnapper, because we might save our coin. That's kind of weird.
It's warrior, it's not paladin.
Yeah, they play a lot of big boys warrior. No, just the Drake is fine. Let's see what we get. What a hand.
I would just hero power here.
Yep. Rogue's the only class where you have a 2-drop, 2 3-drops, and a coin, and you're like, I'm feeling the hero power. Let's go. That's part of why it's so crazy. It's much, much harder to whiff your curve with Rogue. Ooh. Baby.
So you're gonna pull that little crap weapon on us?
Do the what?
The 0-2 weapon that gives you attack.
I don't know. I don't care. I think it's just Marsh Drakes, that's the thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
I will be your doom. Ready? I'm
Ready? Oh.
So the trade always happens. Yeah. We make the trade, we play the Grave Shambler, we poke his face, I think.
Yeah, I'm just going over what he might have, right? Bloodrazor and all, and what our next turn is, and all that. He might also Arcanite Reaper this thing.
So many options.
You want a coin jelly?
Kinda do. He plays a thing. It's kind of weird. No, Shambler trade, stab his face is fine. We can put the jelly into the Reaper maybe. I just feel somewhat likely he's gonna Reaper us now. If it's not Reaper, we're pretty happy. Off the top, what you got? Could be a Dire Horn. You wouldn't want to play a Dire Horn into this. I can see the hesitation. Oh, that's like Dire Horn, but without the taunt and 2 extra health.
So we just kill it in jelly. Jelly on the left.
Yeah, we just have to keep thinking about how he comes back, right? Brawl, Warpath, Blood Razors. So I'm just considering what the best things are. There's even a world where you just go Stonehill here and run, because the Stonehill is not as much of an investment as the jelly is. And you can keep the jelly. There's even a world where you coin Cairn, because it's a bit harder to deal with.
But that thing always dies, right?
Yeah, you can bump it. That's fine. I think I would Stonehill here, see what you get, and then hit him with the run. to not put too much in.
The apple bomb.
Too soon.
Just quickly scouring the deck, but yeah, apple bomb's fine, and then run. See what we get.
Does positioning matter here?
No, just put it down for now. Divine
Shield.
shield. Yep. It's a bit of a low roll. Like maybe damage or poison would be better.
Bingo! Yes!
Shadowblade, Bloodsail.
Calm down! I'm a doctor!
Shadowblade and the shield in, push 1, definitely. Lago Miss, thank you for the sub. Good to have you, man. Welcome, welcome.
You prefer the Napper?
Considering the Napper, just checking out what else we got, right? So Warpath is the same. Next turn we'd have to burn our coin to put a 3 down. I kind of like the Napper for now, yeah. Because coin is still pretty useful for our deck. There's 2 Minstrels, 2 Scientists, Kidnapper. Some good combo things we can do. Yeah, this is why you potentially keep Kidnapper in this deck. Alright, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking about Sap Cairn.
Yeah, I'm just doing the math. So Sap it always happens and face with our guys always happens. 3/3. So you'd kill it with face, the Cairn, and your Stonehill. Just considering if it's a good time to get the jelly going.
Too soon.
You'd use... yeah... Coin Cairn's fine. Yep. Coin Cairn's fine. Cairn is a much better protection versus Warpath. Because Jelly gets obliterated by Warpath.
Yeah. So we put Cairn on the 3/1 and the 2/2 into his taunt. Our face into the 2/2. And the Stonehill goes face and we get the jelly going.
Putting the pirate down, right, or not?
So many options.
Yeah, we should.
You could put the pirate down for sure. But then...
Too soon.
Face goes into his guy.
Face goes into his
Yeah, and then Cairn in the 2/2. And then I think it's just Jelly and face. Even though the Warpath sucks. I think playing around the Warpath is just worse for us right now. The problem is the... I don't want to trade that 2/2. Okay. He might have MC tech if he's like instantly going there. Or gemstone builds. Alright, we need a scientist here. No.
So the 5/3, the 3/1 and the 1/4 go into his taunt. Our backstab kills the 2/2. We dagger up, we kill the 2/1. We remove 7 of his armor, and we play the apple bomb.
I'm going over it right now. I like daggering up for sure. And you can put the pirate, the napper on your face, and you don't need to suck your stone out. And then you can backstab the 2/2, put the stone out in the 2/1, go face, and you can play Nightblade for now. Yeah, because he's got nowhere to go with his weapons, right? If you play Apple Bomb, you give him somewhere to go.
Fair point, yes. And he must have weapons, right?
Yep.
Out of my jungle!
Monk ass.
I see light now!
He's pretty happy with that. What does a man have to do to get a plague scientist around here? Come on. So the Cairn always goes into the 410, right? And then from there we build. What are you feeling?
Well, we kind of have to give him the Nightblade, right?
Yeah.
Nightblade, 2/1/1s.
Yep, that's fine.
Jelly and Slime kill the 1/4.
Yep. Push 1, play the 5s. And then stab him.
We can poke his face, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Double Minstrel in the deck. Looking for those.
Out of my jungle!
Yeah, you kill the poison every time. Right. Okay. The nuts. You can prep Minstrel for sure. It's not a waste at this point. We have more than enough mana.
The 1/5 goes into his 1/4. Actually, I want to kill off one of the slimes first to develop the golem.
We're definitely daggering. And you're definitely putting in a 1/1, yeah. So now the question is a 1/2 taunt better than a 2/3? If the taunt is for free.
We already have 3 low taunts on the board.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's for free, right? And we're kind of running out of cards.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I just use the poison here and then push face with all. Don't play the golem. But it's good to think about. If he pulled Primordial Drake, then we'll be sad. Okay. It's not reaching for his taunt. That's good. Oh my god, he top decked Primordial Drake. I kind of felt that happening as soon as I finished that sentence, but...
You jinxed it.
Hello there. I'm a top decking bastard. How are you doing today? Yeah, these kind of decks are super tough for our little budget rogue.
Thrashadon and Golem.
Fresh Golem, don't think we pre-hit. Skillfully selected the Drake in the draft and then skillfully drew the Drake off the top of his deck. Gotta hand it to him. He's got some moves. He snapped it, so a Lich King on top. Okay. Scientist first.
Yeah, need to.
Calm down, I'm a doctor. There once was a man from Gilneas.
And Golem kill the dragon. Sure. Talk me through your thought process.
The 2/1/1s go into the 1/2, and then we play Dragonsmith, and then we Napper. I'm just trying to decide whether to Napper the 3/6 or the 4/7. I'm leaning towards the 3/6, and to kill the 4/7.
I would put Minstrel, Harvest Golem, and a 1/1 into the 3/6. Yeah, you can do that. And then Dragonsmith, Kidnapper, the Fester Roots. 2/3 into the 1/2. 1/1 into the Basilisk.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's slightly better. Because you can sap the taunt, which looks good. But it gets weird, he just has more taunt. Whereas the Fester Root he can replay and we can ignore it. So, Moss Ball phase. But yeah, we're completely out of our league now. We're punching way above our weight here. There's no way our deck should be playing against these people. Could sap the Doctor. You don't have mana to replay it. You can survive, but it's not worth it, I think.
No.
Because all chance of victory goes away. It's crazy how close we got to winning the game.
I will fight with honor.
Oh, here. What a comeback. Yeah, nearly. We nearly got there. Just a little bit too much stuff in the end.
I'm considering just tossing the Runt and keeping the rest.
Karen's too much for Pally matchup. The Pally matchup is much faster. But I think Shambler Golem is fine for our deck.
We have coin though.
This is correct.
So
Karen's still too slow. Versus Pally, you want to keep him off the... Like, Karen is your card you want versus mages and warlocks and stuff where you just go slow and you just want to put stuff on board. We're probably coining turn 1, so don't automatically skip. Okay. What do you think?
Well, you surprised me with your announcement that we're coining turn 1. So that kind of only leaves coin dagger and then Bloodsail Raider turn 2.
Yeah, I think to dodge the crab, coin dagger is better. Because the curve is too nice now, right? We have a dagger into a 3/3, into a golem, into a shambler. We would have beaten that warrior had we picked up a piece of hard removal a little earlier. Unfortunately, everything was hiding. Yep, Raider, poke his guy. Pray for no crab. Also, we would have won had he not picked this Primordial Drake, but, you know, like, we know he's gonna have good stuff. It's just our curve is where, like, remember me saying mid-game, like, what does a man have to do to get a Plague Scientist around here? Like, we had 2 of them, so... Or a Minstrel a little earlier. All of that would have been fine.
Even though I hate to do it, I think we're using our dagger here, plus the 3/3, and I would put down the Stonehill.
I thought you were gonna backstab because you said I hate doing it. Because that would prevent kings or bells. I do like the Stonehill. We can go from there. What do you like?
I like the Mastodon.
I think it's Militia for me. Like, this matchup's still pretty fast. I think I'd leave 1 up, yeah, it's here, save the backstab. Just walk. Because now, Kings is a little annoying. Bells is not so bad. Stegodon is whatever. I don't think it was light fused, because he knew 2 of them were gonna die for sure, so... I mean, he might, but... Okay. That's a pretty good Stonehill. Nicely in the way.
Most definitely, yeah. I'll play Shambler here.
Yeah, the Militia would block the kill on the 3/2. But I think Shambler is better. Yep.
Plus next turn we have the option of doing something like Dagger and Shadow Blade.
Yep, if we need it. If we're in control of the board, probably Jelly. Still have the backstab, but we'll see what happens. Sure.
Hero power, backstab, clear the board, play Harvest Golem.
Yeah, so what's going through my head in these phases of the game is how do I develop enough to keep him off steeding next turn? And I think with Shadowblade and a 3 it will be enough. So yes, Dagger, backstab his guy, Harvest Golem, push phase. So it's what you should be looking for when you're playing versus Pallies. And then next turn, it's also how do I play around Vine Cleaver? That's another big one. So playing against Pallies is just turn after turn, trying to navigate the minefield of all the things they could do to you. And if you're good at it, Paladin's really not that bad of a matchup. Like, you farm it pretty consistently, especially with Rogue. But if you mess up on a turn and you give him a great Vine Cleaver or a good steed opportunity, it can get a lot more difficult.
My play here is Runt and Scientist and clear and push face. Poke his face first though. Gets
So
it done.
this is specific, right, to what I mentioned earlier. But if you jelly, you make his Vine Cleaver useless. And you can just put your face and then the 5/5 into the cube to kill it and push 2. So I like that a bit more, and then next turn we can go Scientist maybe, or Shadowblade, Minstrel. There's a lot of options that way. Consecration isn't the end of the world, you keep your jelly and your golem. Other than that, the 5/1 is pretty secure behind the taunt. Maybe a Phoenix, but that's also fine.
As the witch commands.
That worked out.
So Dragonsmith and Scientist on the 1/2. Yeah. And hit him in the face for 10.
Given our situation, I think we might dagger and do the same thing with the Runt and the Scientist. So, yeah, we'll play Runt, see what we get.
Shield.
Yeah, shield. And then Scientist, the jelly, the 1/2, yeah. And then smack him in the face. See, that's what was supposed to happen against the warrior, right? He plays this guy, we kill it, and the game is over. That's what our deck does, right? That's the whole point. More pallies. That's what we like, man. We like the pallies. It's our natural... We're the natural predator of the paladin.
Do you want to keep the sap?
I don't think in our deck. I think full all's fine. If it was our only removal and my curve was really nice, I probably would keep it, yeah. But there's Kidnapper, there's Sap, there's 2 Scientists, and our curve is not really nice. So. We don't get to do that very often with our deck, but against Paladin, you like to coin on turn 1 if you can play a 2/3 and a dagger. So that was one of the only games where we happened to have our Blood Sail in the hand, where we go on coin. I'm happy the fan has been working out the way it has, right? Because that was a difficult decision. But especially with the Paladin... Oh, let's wait a moment, right? Because here we have options.
Dagger here, right? Or do you want to play the 2/3?
There's definitely an option for the 2/3. It's a bit weird though, because if you go for the 2/3 and he plays like a 3/3, you have no real comeback, right? So I do think Dagger's better here, because we have the Wasp after. That's fine.
So against Paladin, do you try to trade off the Wasp before he can consecrate?
It depends how good of a consecrate you'll give him. If it's 4 mana to kill a Wasp, I don't care. If it's 4 mana to kill my 5/2 and my Wasp, it's getting a little better. So it totally depends on what's next to the Wasp at the time.
I wonder if Bloodsail Raider is better here than
A bit
Wasp.
of a weird situation, yeah.
So many options.
You could even do something where it's like a Wasp pre-hit this guy next turn, hit it again, Bloodsail re-dagger, and then he has 1/1s. Or you open up a fan play next turn.
Okay.
I think Wasp hit it, and then we don't commit to cracking it next turn. It's just an option. That's what we call, you know, we make a small investment here with potentially a good return. But we might also just not take the investment at all. What do you reckon?
Wasp beats the 1/4, our face hits the 2/1, and we fan.
Yeah, I think our investment's paid off here. We can, we opened up the fan line and we can take it now. and the paladins off the board, making him use something for the wasp. Good. Like if he has to hammer a wrath here or whatever, that's annoying. It's pretty good for him.
We eat one of the 2/3s and we develop the jelly.
There's a lot of options here. You could also clear the board with the backstab, develop the blood sail. But I think the way how the hand is looking, that backstab is a very good combo initiator for the napper. The problem is if you jelly, the 2/3 is going to damage itself, so even if you place something you want to napper, you have to backstab the thing you want to napper, which isn't the end of the world, it's just not as clean. I think trade and jelly is fine. I think we'll try to do the best we can. Why do you use your dagger charge if you fan anyway? There's 1/1s in there, Theodo. The dagger can only hit one of them, the fan kills both.
I thought you were asking me.
Oh no, sorry. Just sometimes I'll, like, if there's no real coaching moment, I'll reply to chat in between as well. We're just waiting until he shows us what he's got, right? Like, this hand can go all directions from here. Like he spreads, we have Betrayal, one big boy, we have Napper, you know, like he makes something where we don't need to react immediately, we can Cairn. There's a lot of options in the hand. It's the expected hit. My boy Jelly's been performing as well. Happy about that, because he went through a rough time. Jelly was a bad pick for a while, but he's getting better now. I feel like the game has slowed down a bit compared to how super aggro it was pre-nerf. Think out loud? Buzz?
Yeah, I thought about backstabbing the 2/2 and then kidnapping the 4/4, but I realized that the battle cry is just going to give him 2 of those back again.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm looking. What about Betrayal the 2/2? Use our Razel Patter Volley to finish it off and then eat the 2/2?
I think I would just Cairn and backstab the 2/2, because even if he steeds, the steed rams into the 1/2 and it's fine. And then we'll have to do something for a turn and kidnap her the turn after.
See, I totally forgot that we're gonna get another.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the taunt makes the steed okay. Because I do get it, killing him on the board on the steed turn is very important, but the steed itself won't accomplish anything. And then next turn we can either poison to kill the steed, or we can wait it out and go for the kidnapper on the steed. But I don't think he wants to steed that thing, unless he's desperate, right? If he has nothing else, he'll steed it. But against a rogue, that's a very... Oh my man, let me introduce you to my boy Betrayal. How you doing, Paladin? Oh my god. Wait. First it's got an extra health, right? So how are we dealing with it? Dunk.
Well, are we dealing with it? I mean...
Oh, you mean letting it run into the thing? Because we can kill it with double pedal. The problem is now that he will start Vine Cleavering, right? So now Vine Cleaver is part of the equation.
Okay, sure. So we use Betrayal. We use Dagger.
Betrayal is fine. We'll go from there. You can smack. And he feels real sad now that he placed it there. Yeah, we can't let Vine Cleaver help him come back. Yeah, Dagger to Shields. And then let's see. I think you just trade with the Cairn and play the Napper, which is really weird. Yep. That's good enough though, right? We're destroying him on the board.
But, yeah.
Because I just want to make Van Cleaver bad, because that's his second comeback tool now.
I can see that.
The light dims, but we fight.
Yeah, desperation is setting in. That's good. We got him where we want him now. We can play. We can start playing with him. Oh. We could just Raider, right? Okay. Raider Napper. Send it all phase, dagger included. That's why I said I like playing as paladins. They're very powerful, but if you know how to navigate around the power turns, it's you can really farm them. He might just throw another one down, right?
The light dims, but
Yep. Oh no, it's a Corpse Razor. He's still dead, right? Yeah, he's still dead. GG.
Wow.
the light dims, but we fight.
Just takes a while to kill him. In different card games, you'd call this like a toolbox archetype, just because it's like it doesn't have like an amazing, super clear strat, but it's just like I will see what my opponent does and I will adjust.
You want to toss it all, or you want to keep the Napper?
We got really unlucky last time. I think we still full mulligan and assume we get one piece of hard removal by the time we need it.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I was especially skeptical about skipping both of the 1 mana spell. What's it called? Hallucination.
Hallucination, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I have to admit, you were totally right there.
It's because we have 2 minstrels. If we didn't have 2 minstrels, I would like the hallucination. But the minstrels are the engine behind this deck, right? We can pass.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, you know, I didn't value them that highly. I mean, obviously it's a good card, but it seems to be crazy good.
Yeah, you need the right deck for it though. A lot of people build too heavy and then pick minstrel, and then it's not good. Minstrel's only good if your deck, like look at how many cards we have that are 3 mana or less, right, in this deck. So the minstrel really powers the deck that way.
You want to coin Napper?
Yeah, coin Napper's fine. Hey, son. I'm glad it's working for your Cypherdom. Yeah, Mage is another really fun class to draft right now, Buzz. Like, if you have a chance, you should look at some of the YouTube things I've put out for Mage. The Burn Mage style is really, really cool right now. Okay, what would you like here?
I think we hit into it and we play Wasp.
Yeah, and we pray we find a play right now. Is Napper Kidnapper or Egg Napper? It's whichever Napper we have mana for. Have you seen Call to Arms in a draft yet? We had a Call to Arms yesterday for 11 wins, yeah. But yeah, this is not a deck you want to give to a beginner, because there's way too many choices to make. So that's why I love Rogue, man. It's just it's always been one of my favorite classes for this reason. So many options. He's just putting out a lot of stuff. Are you still tracking your average, Buzz?
No.
Okay.
The reason for that being that I'm playing from several different devices. I play a lot from my iPad, and there's no
Yeah, no. I get you.
there's no comfortable way to track. You know, I would have to use pen and paper, and yeah.
Yeah, there's some ways you can track for mobile now, but we can look into that after. What do you want to do this round, by the way?
Well, we're daggering. That always happens.
Correct.
I just want to hit the 4-2 with my face and with the 1-1 and pass.
Choose soon.
Do you want to betrayal?
No, just kill the 4-2 and pass. It's the preparation that makes the betrayal so good in our hand, so I don't think we can do it. Because we can betrayal at any time we want.
Yeah.
It's because next turn Jelly might come down, and then the 1-2s are annoying because they can kill your taunt, your little taunty thingy. So, but we will just play around it. We'll do something else. It's too useful to prep betrayal at any time we want to.
Okay, here I just want to jelly and use the wasp on the 1-4.
So the problem with putting your wasp on 1 HP is that warrior has very many ways of dealing AoE.
Yeah.
Blood Razor is a very popular weapon for them. And I think right now the wasp might be giving him difficulties because his turn 5 was play a 1-4 in hero power. So I don't really want to give that up yet.
So you just want to play the Trog and pass?
Trog and pass for me, yeah. See what he wants to do. He might just Arcanite Reaper this off curve. We'll see. No. He snapped that as well. It's kind of funny.
Okay. So the wasp kills the Applebaum, the 1-5 kills the 1-4, and we play Cairn.
Yep. It looks like he has a way to deal with the 1-5 next turn, and then he'll probably start playing big boys after that. But we still have Kidnapper in the hand, so it's cool.
You are not fit to rule the Horde.
Yeah, I did feel that way, right? He was getting ready to finish this up, and then he's ready to play big boys after that.
Jelly, redagger. No, Jelly, our face kills the 2-1. Redagger and Cairn kills one of the 1-2s.
Yep. It's a bit sketchy because he needs 1 damage to get to the Jelly with his face. But I think he wants to play a big boy now, so I think it's probably okay. Unless the big boy's primordial, but yeah. It's kind of a bullshit card our deck can beat anyway. Yeah, it feels, yeah, you can read him like a book, right? Like, we knew what he wanted to do 2 turns ago. That's good.
Golem, Scientist on the 1-1, kill the taunt, use our face to kill the 1-1, and push face. And redagger.
Yeah, ideally I would use the Kidnapper, but the mana doesn't work because he might replay it next turn and then you hit him again, right? But yeah, I like Golem and Scientist here.
I like how the jelly is working as a token engine for the science.
Yeah.
That's-
It's working it's working better than I had anticipated, so that's good. It's also just great at blocking out those weapons, right, in this case, but also our opponents may have had Vine Cleavers, but there were just never a moment they could play them.
X marks the spot.
Shadowblade, Kidnapper, and Full Assault. I mean, the Shadowblade kills the 5/3, right?
Yeah. Alternatively, you can get the Raider out if you backstab. That's what I was considering.
Options.
So you have one extra 3/3 on your board, but let's do the math for lethal. You're pushing 9, 11, that's 5, 6.
So many options.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Shadowblade, Kidnapper. He's probably gonna replay the taunt anyway, so doesn't matter.
Choose suit.
Might get the lethal through betraying something next to the taunt. Backstab the taunt, betray something. Oh, he's playing both of them.
Well, play doesn't change, right? We backstab, we betrayal, we clear.
So many options.
Yeah, backstab one of them. And then betray the one you backstabbed. And then face into the other one. And then...
Karen.
No. Karen is your brawl protection. Karen can go.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's either the 2s or the Kidnapper. It's because the Harvest Golem respawns after Brawl as well, but...
Choose suit.
I think you use the Kidnapper, and then you go Shadowblade Raider.
Options.
It's fine. He doesn't have Brawl? Yeah, but how do you lose this game? There's no point in not playing around it here.
It's harvest time.
GG.
Alright, last game. I didn't want to be impolite, so I just thought that I'd announce
Okay.
it.
Okay.
A friend of mine was looking at a new apartment today, and he wanted my opinion.
No, makes sense, Okay.
Yeah, toss it all.
Yep.
Okay.
Brothers of the mind rejoice. Sing, sing, swing with me. Racial pick and racial voice. Sing, sing, sing with me. Down and down into the deep. Who knows what we'll find beneath? Diamonds, rubies, gold and more.
Alright. This is the moment of truth. No stone hill, no tar, no nothing. Just dagger. Actually, if he plays Lone, we can Marsh Drake prep fan. That's actually not even the worst thing in the world. Yeah, Drake stabbed the 2-1. Are you looking forward to the draft format? I don't understand your question.
The sunlight will not reach too slow. Never seen the blue moon glow. Fill a glass
Bells? Nice. That's pretty tame.
We could prep fan Minstrel.
Or we could Dragon and hit this guy.
Yeah.
Because we're not... This is the point of Minstrels, right? Minstrels are great, but people play them wrong. We don't need to draw. We can draw when we need it. Because Prep Fan is 0 mana to AoE his board. That's too good to give up, just because you draw your cards a little faster.
Play the card now?
Yeah, just play the Gloometer. Blizzard announced the draft format. If that's true, then that's pretty cool.
What is the draft format?
In MTG, you draft against other players. So, let's say I get offered a pack. Like, I think he's trolling, but like, I'll have to see. Anyways, it's cool. It's very cool. But I'm not really sure how they do that with Hearthstone.
Runt and Minstrel?
Yeah, Runt Minstrel here. Yeah, you can whisper it to me, Heyo Pancakes. I'm just so used to people trying to debate me. Okay, space and attention.
My play here is Perdition's his face, then the weapon kills the 3/2, and then we clear the board. And then we poison the 2/1.
This is pretty specific to our hand, but I would play Threshodon and trade the 1/2 and the 1/2. And then he will probably take this opportunity to Steed, and then you sap him, put him out of the game.
Okay. Because Steed can't kill our Threshodon, right?
No. And if he doesn't Steed, then you don't give a shit, right? So it's like, okay, you get a 3/2. He's looking for Tarim. He's looking.
So now I want to play Nightblade, Perditions, and clear the board, and the 2/1 goes face.
I like it. Let's do it. Oh, use the Shambler instead of the... no, this is fine. It's fine. I would have Shamblered, sorry. Like, I was so locked into my play. When I heard all the rest, I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. It probably won't matter. Okay.
Reporting for duty.
I want to fan Shambler, put the 4-1 into his 3-5, and go face with the rest.
You could also go Shambler and Scientist the 2-1. But wait. Take your time, take your time. I think we redagger first this time, right? Yeah, so redagger first, and then Scientist your 2-1. You see it? Because you're using your face into the 1-1 anyway, right? The damage doesn't matter.
True.
Okay, so poison your 2-1, trade it into the Senjin, face the 1-1, push 9. So we get the double hit on him next turn if we want it.
Yeah. More damage to his face.
Damn.
That's lethal now, isn't it?
It is.
Wow.
Death by 1,000 cuts. Good.
Well played.
There we go, boys. 12 with the janky rogue. Feels good, man.
Your win, I concede.
That was a pretty tame paladin, though. But hey, we gave him a moment. Well, I mean, no, he had Primordial Rick. Fuck that guy. But like we gave him a moment to steed, right? He didn't take it. So.
All right. Oh, a lot of gold.
Hey, money, money, money.
335, 495. That's nice. That's really nice. You guys want to see me open the pack?
They always do.
All 86 of them?
Stacking some packs. I thought you had to go.
All right. Okay. I'm going to hit you up. Thank you very much. That was very, very informative.
Thanks for coming on, Buzz. Happy it worked out so well. And I'll see you next week or so, right?
Take care.
All right, man. Have a good one. See you.
You too. Bye-bye.